So, Dylan, before we even get started today, I had to ask you something. I hear you call clients at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
What is up with that?
Well, I'm the best in the West, in the East, in the North, and the South, right? So it means that I have to work on all those different time zones. So a lot of times I'm up early in the morning and real late at night.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, that client does work the train, so you gotta call when you gotta call. But props to you because I'm not getting up that early.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Bailey Sells with Be My Neighbor Mortgage, and today we have Dillon Autry here with Goosehead Insurance. Let's hop in. Okay, so the other day I know you quoted an insurance policy for a buyer that is looking in Teller County.
Right.
I personally know the agent that was calling around, and she is a pain in the but she called 27 other carriers, and none of them could do it.
Yeah.
So how did you get this done?
I mean, frankly, being another pain in the, I feel like most of us in this insurance industry are, but there's always these minute niches that you can fit in. Some companies are better in certain aspects than other companies with, risk scenarios, whether it be coastal, whether it be fire. So I don't know. I think that just comes from being in the industry, having industry knowledge, and then just kind of building on that to know where to look.
Fair enough. Why do you think the other carriers couldn't do it?
Fire line scoring. Teller County is in the middle of some trees, and so those trees haven't been cut down on quite a few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing about this is that these clients were first-time home buyers and they didn't realize that they could bundle their insurance. Can you speak to that and how much money it can save? I mean, how much did you end up saving this client alone?
I mean, it ended up saving the client about $220 a month on his current auto insurance. So completely offset the home price. It's funny because with my clients, I'm upfront, I'm honest. I like to say that I'm an insurance broker, not a salesman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I take a no BS approach and I tell them how it is. And a lot of times when you hear the word bundle, it's a lot of marketing jargon. In certain instances, in certain cases, it really does help and you can get great rates by doing the two of them. But I'm in the industry of helping people and shaking hands and kissing babies, right? So at the end of the day, I want to save you money on auto insurance. I want to save you money on home insurance. Doesn't mean that it has to be bundled. It's just like a perfect little bow on the present when it is.
Okay. Back at the beginning of this conversation, I said the agent was a little bit difficult. I can say that because she's my mom. One of the things that she does that when she's showing homes up in the mountains is that she makes sure to shop insurance before she has a client go under contract. This is really important because you have appraisals and inspections that can cost you a lot of money, and definitely want to know that the property is insurable before you buy a unique property, especially in the mountains. Okay, so now that we've established how dedicated you are to your clients, let's dig into how you can help more people. What kind of different insurances do you provide?
That's a loaded question. I think it's easier to start with the ones that I don't provide, which is health insurance.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Commercial lines, property and casualty, which for people that don't know is, home and auto insurance, life insurance, right? So those umbrellas are so encompassing that it really boils down to if you own it, I insure it type deal. So boats, builders risks, so for new home builds that are being built up, I mean, yeah, the list could go on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance do you feel people don't know a lot about, but that they should definitely have?
That's an interesting question.
I caught him off guard.
I think it depends on, no, she didn't. I think it depends on any type of person, because people are in different states in their life, right? So as you start to acquire more assets, then you want to be more protected on the off chance that anything happens. Because let's be honest, people is dirty, right? And so you never know what somebody's gonna do. So when you start accumulating things like multiple vehicles, maybe a property, right? You wanna make sure that no matter where you are, you're taken care of versus only being taken care of on the auto side or being taken care of on the home side. So, again, in my personal approach with my clients, it's all about navigating what's going on in your current life space. I'm not here trying to sell you the world and over deliver and give you everything on the market, because that doesn't make sense, and ultimately it's just hurting your pocketbook, right? If I can customize and make something that's more catered and fits your lifestyle, then perfect. That's what we'll roll with and call good.
When you're thinking about how much insurance someone should have for their property or their car or whatever insurance that they're buying, how do you kind of evaluate that? How do you determine how much insurance someone should have?
Nice. Yeah, so again, I think that boils down to the specific asset, right? And I think this is something that is a real big misconception. I think people just go, okay, insurance is insurance, it should cost the same anywhere or everywhere, right? It depends on the vehicles, it depends on the houses, right? A Nissan Altima doesn't have the same insurance rates as what you would say a Toyota Camry does. It's evaluated at a higher risk. Because city boy summer, city girl summer, people riding around in the Altimas, right? But all jokes aside, right? Like, you also have different insurance rates because of people's background and history with credit, with auto insurance. If you missed a payment, if you had a lapse, things of that nature. And then, especially for home insurance, it's so important because no house is almost built the same, right? Even when you think about cookie cutter neighborhoods, they usually have 3 or 4 different models that they build off of in those neighborhoods. And so it's all based off of material cost to the home, right? It doesn't matter where you're buying a home. It doesn't matter the land that you're buying with it. That's all, put into purchase price and market value. It's strictly saying, like, if you have a house made of bricks versus a house made of 2x4s, there's going to be a difference in that insurance premium. So I think, to really wrap up this question and answer it, because I just went on a long-winded tangent, the only standard that I think applies to any type of insurance is your liability coverage, the insurance that protects you if somebody were to sue you, or you caused somebody to get injured or an accident, things of that nature. Because again, as I stated earlier, people are dirty. You never know what they're going to do. If they assume or perceive that you have money, right, who's to say that they won't go after that? And so your liability insurance jumping in to protect you is ultimately huge.
My next question, because I'm kind of going off script here, is you were talking about Altima versus a Nissan. What is the hardest car for you to insure?
Kias. Yeah, so Kias in the last, I think it's been about like 2015 to 2022, they made it easy to steal Kias by a USB port.
What?
Yeah, so Kias quickly shot up to be the highest car theft vehicle in the nation, and I think almost in the world at this point. And so, yeah, so every carrier pretty much blacklisted Kias, sat there and said, we're not going to insure it, we're not going to take it, and so that's been a fun run-in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
USB port.
Yeah, you would think that it'd be like a Ferrari or a Porsche, but I can get that insurance at like $100 a month. Like Kia's, bare minimum, it's like $200, $300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's the best way people can reach out to you?
You name it, baby. You play your game, right? Slide into the DMs, whatever that tapping thing is. You know what I'm talking about? Morse code. What's it actually called? Telegram. You can reach me by Telegram.
Got it.
Carrier pigeon, right? Obviously follow me on social medias. So it's just Dillon, Dillon, Autry, Autry at Goosehead, or by phone number 720-912-1711, or any other way that you guys want to do it. Stop me off the street because I'm getting too famous. See me on billboards, Broadway, next Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're in plays. You're doing a little bit of theater now. Right?
I do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Put my hand up in it. So.
Okay, well, remember us when you're famous.
I will do. I'll be insuring you still while I'm famous. All right.
All right. So I'll put all of his information in the description below. Go ahead and give him a call if you have any insurance questions. We run a networking group here in the Denver metro area, in the DTC area to be specific. So if you'd like some more information about that, please reach out to me. I would love to connect you and do a business spotlight for you.